Hello once again. 'Tis I, the me, the many, the Canadas. So, there might be some bad weather back there. Saw some cows, a few cars flying, a few witches, they were kind of pissy. You know, typical day in Kansas. I would not go to Kansas. You could not pay me to go to Kansas. Or anywhere with tornadoes, usually. So, I saw a movie involving tornadoes. What was it called? Tornado Man, Tornado, Spinny Wind, Tunnel of Death. No, Twister. That's what I saw. Twisters. And it was... the old one was better. That's the short version. So, Twister was a movie in the 90s. Bunch of folks. Pretty good. Good effects for the time. Fairly early CGI, flying cow, people chasing storms, doing their thing. You know, it was a time, it was a pretty good movie of the era. And now it's been, and the weather has passed. I turned this game on, the tornado kicked my ass halfway across the map. Now I gotta run. Twisters is one of those, let's return and do a remake sequel, decades later, to, let's say, diminished returns. This isn't terrible per se, but it's terribly generic, I'd say, more or less. Like, you know where it's going. Every plot point, every character is perfectly designed to do exactly what you think they're going to do, when you think they're going to do, and that's all she wrote. It's not terrible, it's not terribly acted. Ooh. Pretty. But it's just kind of there. There are some funny elements of it. I gotta keep that thing in frame. Such as, you have the original movie, you had storm chasers, and one of them had a sixth sense for how to chase the storm and know where the tornadoes are gonna go, what they're gonna do. This movie has a lady who managed to get all her friends killed when she was a teenager, is a storm chaser who's out of the game but gets drawn back in to chase the big storms and try to science and save the world or save people from getting killed by tornadoes. You know, you get the idea. Except, while the first movie treated the super science... No, not even super science, treats the whole knowing what the terror's going to do as just a sixth sense or just good scientific knowledge of things. This one does that, but also treats it like the main character is magic. Like, she will look at the wind and can sense what the tornadoes are going to do and puts dandelions into the air and watch them fly and figure like, okay, tornadoes are going to take a left here and do this. And it's like, is she meant to be magic? It feels like she's meant to be magic. I don't mind if she's magic, but the rest of the movie's trying to pretend it's sciencey, which it ain't. It really ain't. There's some, I would need to ask someone who's more science-driven than I am, who has more science knowledge when it comes to weather and tornadoes and stuff, and then describe the things in this movie to them and see if they have a stroke. They just might. But yeah, it's goofy. And the characters are very generic. The only one in this thing that has any life to him is the dude from Top Gun. Not that dude, the other dude. I forget his name, and the actor has a very, let's say, kind of punchable, but he's a very attractive, handsome, charismatic asshole, like me. I'm all of these things, most of the asshole part. That's an in-joke. I'm gonna turn on the tornado again. And he's the only one in this movie who is... Well, he's not really doing that a lot, but his natural charisma gets him over the hill for a very kind of nothing character. He's the kind of the inverted version of the bad guy storm chasers from the previous film. Previous movie, they were dumbasses and were assholes and just died. This one, they are showboating assholes, but they're charismatic and a bit more likable. And turns out they're actually somewhat the good guys, and yada yada yada. And they have a weird social media element is built in this time. to where they have their record, because hey, social media and YouTube and all that is a thing now, so let's integrate that into the film, which makes sense, in the form of they're recording YouTube videos of them storm chasing, and they're using their pickup truck that has drills that go into the ground and secures it so they can just sit in the middle of the tornado and shoot fireworks and crap into it. Kinda silly. Oh, that's fun. I feel like the tornado doesn't like me just commentary in front of it. Who knew? Tornadoes. Very temperamental weather. Divas. Absolute divas. But yeah, the things go where you think they're going to go. The action scenes, which were highlighted in the original movie, are not as interesting here because over the last several decades of special effects, we've gotten used to large-scale destruction simulation via CGI. It looks nice, like it looks believably like weather and stuff, but you know it's just CGI now, and the actors don't really feel like they're in the muck and the wind and the rain and the realness part like the previous movie did. The original film was a notoriously difficult shoot, with all the actors having a very bad time, either with the director or with each other and stuff. This one feels way more safe and manufactured, which admittedly, probably a better time for the actors involved, because hey, you're not getting your ass kicked by weather and wanting to kill the director. Less interesting visuals though, so it's kind of a trade-off, I suppose. At the end of the day, the thing is, it's fine. The only really cool visual part is near the end, where they take the movie theater that was the drive-in theater destroyed in the original, and substitute it with a full-on actual movie theater playing Frankenstein. And as the tornado rips apart the town, the big screen gets torn off, and you can see the tornado through where you would see the screen, as the audience members are trying to be sucked out into the tornado winds. So that's kind of a neat visual and kind of a nice, a fun, haha, movies, audience looking in, audience and yada yada. You get the joke. It's fine. It was a decent afternoon, but I will not think about the movie ever again beyond the fact, like, oh hey, there was a sequel, Twisters. Now, you know, if you really wanted to live up to the title of Twisters, like you're doing by adding the S pluralness to your title, where's the Queen Tornado, huh? Give me that. Give me the Queen Tornado and a hive of tornadoes and a cyborg and a little girl that the main character girl has to rescue from the Tornado Queen at the end of the movie. And then she gets in a construction mech suit and fights the Queen Tornado and shoots it out into space. I'm just going to go watch Aliens. Oh, there's a new Alien movie coming out. I might go see that. Anyway, I'm going to go figure out where the hell I landed. Have a good night. Yada yada. Bada bing, bada boom. Subscribe. Patreon. I will draw porn for money. I'll do a lot of things for money. I'm a slut. Good night. Goodbye. Bada bing, bada bada bada. Get. I love you.